Hello.
My, what a cute new logo you have there.
Oh, but it's not Lola anymore.
It's not Lola anymore, but I see you have your very own, I guess it's an avatar, not actually a logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regardless of all that, let's get into this next podcast, which is episode number 257.
Welcome to the Vicis Interimo 30 Minutes to Kill podcast.
Instead of, let's just get right into it. I will say that normally, first of all, you are listening to the Vicis Interimo show. 30 Minutes to Kill, more or less. A horror entertainment show featuring horror, suspense, and psychological thrillers. You can find us on iTunes, Stitchers, Podomatic, just about anywhere. Type in Vicis Interimo, and you can find us just about anywhere. I am your host, Michael Mad Saxon Jones, with my lovely wife, Lori. Say hello, Lori.
Hello.
Okay. We generally have 4 segments to each show: a Laid to Rest, a movie review, garbage in, garbage out, and a crawling chaos. Laid to Rest is where we recap old shows and any information that we may have missed. We do a review of a movie. In this case, it will be Jessabelle. 2014 is when that one came out. Garbage in, garbage out. We will talk about movies, books, or anything that we may have caught during, since the last podcast. And we will end with a crawling chaos. And this week's crawling chaos is a definitive answer as to what the creeper is from Jeepers Creeper. Well, it's my answer anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, well, so that gives you something to listen to. And
I was going to say, even the creators aren't sure what it is.
Yeah, well, he's wrong in what he said, and I'll straighten you guys out about that later.
Okay, I don't need to be straightened out.
I think you do.
What are you talking about?
Anyhow, let's do Laid to Rest. Instead of focusing on the past and previous shows, etc., I'm going to instead say...
But that's what Laid to Rest is.
Yeah, well, since it's been a while for various reasons since we've done a show, I'm just going to say let's look forward to what we're going to be doing in the upcoming shows.
Okay.
Okay. So, in a rather unprecedented move, we know what our next few shows are going to be. We are going to do The Honeymoon, The Forest, The Quiet Ones, 10 Cloverfield Lane, and The Visit are all upcoming shows. And I think we'll probably throw, Lights Out in there too.
Oh, okay.
So we know what we've got coming up.
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into talking about Jessabelle.
Musical interlude.
Dad? Thanks for picking me up. It's really good to see you.
Sorry about your boyfriend. This was your mother's room. You're gonna have to stay in here. The other bedroom's upstairs.
Hello, Jessabelle. If you're watching this, it means I'm gone. I wanted to give you a rating with my cards. It says here that you're not alone. There's a presence in the house with you. Jessabelle. I see a very horrible death.
If I don't talk to somebody, I'm gonna go crazy. Tell me what's going on.
I think somebody's out there. Oh my God, that's my birthday. You think there's something under that stone?
Why would someone want to spook you like this?
They call the spirits to take someone. She's not scared out of your mind. I told her not to do this.
But Dad, it's Mom!
That thing on these tapes is not your mother.
Who are you? What do you want from me?
I have been watching over you.
Okay, so you've already said Jessabelle is from 2014.
That's correct.
And it's a PG-13 movie.
Yeah, we'll forgive it for that.
And it was all, hey. And it was only an hour and a half.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it says here.
Okay.
Yes. Did it feel like an hour and a half?
I don't know. I was engaged.
I was engaged
the whole time.
I had no idea how long it took.
Yeah. There are other movies that I would like to reference when talking about this one, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay, well.
So let's get into, just give me a little synopsis of what the story is.
I'm trying.
Get to it.
I'm trying. Okay. The place that Jessie hopes will restore her after an accident that's left her unable to walk may destroy her instead in this Louisiana set chiller. Recuperating at her father's home, Jessie finds a gift from her long-dead mom and an angry ghost. And Jessie is played by Sarah Snook, who everybody seemed to really like. And it seemed like... What?
Go ahead. I was going to say, this was a surprise to me. I knew nothing about this. You obviously had put this on our list of Netflix.
Yeah. It was a surprise to me too, though. I didn't know what.
Well, and I think that's what made it better.
Okay. Sometimes it's fun to just dive in.
Yeah.
And
we've dove into a few though that have been clunkers lately. Well, maybe not lately, but in previous shows you could certainly hear which ones those were. But anyhow.
Yes. I was sad to see that when I'm going to say right away that I really liked it a lot.
Same here.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at a lot of the reviews online, and a lot of people hate this movie, and I don't understand it. A lot of people say it's uninteresting. It had nothing new. It was nothing special. It was boring. Sarah Snook is incredibly hot, but the movie sucks. So did everybody...
Well,
who's her fan? Did all the fans of Sarah Snook come out to watch it and they just found it too boring or something? A lot of these people said they shut it off after a while because it was boring. Well, I'm sorry you missed all the best part then and the twist and everything else.
Yeah.
So you're a dork and please don't leave your reviews on Netflix. You're just...
We know how you feel about that.
No.
But...
Yeah. Okay, here. Yeah, this person said 40 minutes into watching, I shut it off. It was intolerably boring. There were a couple scary scenes, but these were derivative. Oh, well, look at you, Mr. Snooty Pants. And your derivative reviews. Poor acting by all. It distracted me from following the storyline. Okay, were you on your phone?
Yeah.
Were you doing something else?
Possibly.
What's wrong with these people?
I don't know, but this goes towards what I was saying about not expecting anything when I sat down to watch this. And I think if you went into this with your hopes up or with preconceived ideas, the movie might suffer. I don't know, since I will never have watched it that way. Maybe that's the case. The reason I said I didn't want to bring up specific movies is because, there are maybe a few things that could have, I don't want to say be spoilers or whatever, but would lead to other movie, you know what I mean? You can maybe guess the twist and so on and so forth. Because we sat down to watch it not knowing anything,
Yeah.
I was engaged the whole time and waiting to see. And afterwards I thought, well, this is similar to this movie or that movie, but everybody put in such a great performance. I don't have it right in front of me. I don't know who played her dad.
Yeah.
But I thought he was great. I mean, he's a character actor. I've seen him around and stuff, and it's terrible. I don't know his name, but
Why didn't you look, if you wanted to talk about him, why didn't you look him up?
I don't know. But anyhow,
I thought everybody did a great job too.
Just a terrific supporting cast. And they said Louisiana, was that correct?
Yeah.
Filmed in North Carolina.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And
right.
did a great job, though. I didn't for a second, look at anything and say, and I mean, these were the same producers from Insidious and, what was it? There was one of the other movies that, The Purge, I think. And, they did a great job on the movie. Now, I'm not rating it perfect.
Right.
I'm giving it a solid 4 because I
am too.
I don't think there were enough. Well, there were twists and so on, but yes, you maybe could have guessed them. But I mean, a solid film, PG-13, so you didn't get gore and grossness and things like that if that's what you were looking for. But if you just want to kick back and enjoy a film, and it's suitable, I think, for the family, I guess.
I think so.
Yeah, definitely worth a watch.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I don't know what all these people complaining about it being boring and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's audiences are getting harder and harder to satisfy. I think everybody wants to be scared.
Right.
And I'm sorry, there's just not a lot of things out there anymore to scare you. There just isn't.
Well, and the more you see, the more you desensitized you get to it.
I think people have these super high expectations or, because, I mean, a few people on here were talking about, like, oh, there was a couple good jump scares, but everything else was boring. Okay, so you're just sitting there waiting to be startled? Like, it's stupid. What's wrong with people? I'm so irritated today by all, you know what, I just got done looking at all the reviews, so I'm really freshly irritated right now. This person said, see this if Louisiana voodoo stories are your thing.
Yeah, see, they're selling it so short, I think, just because.
Well, Louisiana voodoo stories are my thing, so I guess that
this is my niche film, then I guess I'll watch this.
Right. Only people that enjoy Louisiana voodoo stories will like it. It's like that's what this person is saying. What a dork.
The thing is, and I posted this, I don't know if you saw it on the page there, but on the Vicis Interimo page on Facebook, if you go there, I posted the scariest movie moments of all time. And there's a great look at what scares us and how it's done in cinema and how it's done well. Mm-hmm. And you can't string together an hour and a half worth of jump scares. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, It's loud noises and people shouting at you. That's what Scary Farm sometimes turns out to be.
Yeah, I was going to say just wait for Halloween to roll around and go to a haunted, whatever.
Yeah, a haunted house or whatever. But
yeah, where people are going to be jumping in your face and screaming in your ears all night. That'll, if you like jump scares, but.
You need to let these things build.
I want a story.
Yeah.
And it had a story, because, I mean, the whole time I was thinking, what is really going on here? Like, what is going on here? And all the people who shut it off early and then sat here and bitched about it, blame yourself, because the story really unfolds at the last quarter of the movie. And it's only an hour and a half. Now we know that.
Right. And
you're going to watch half of it or over half of it and then shut it off.
And I think, and I don't want to jump ahead to podcasts yet to come, but I will slightly, and say this had a satisfying ending. There are other movies where, for whatever reason, I think they kind of lose it, and I guess we'll talk about that maybe when we talk about the honeymoon. But this had you know what I mean? It wasn't a gotcha. I mean, well, it is what it is. So at this point, watch the movie if it sounds at all interesting.
Because we've got, we start out with our hero, Jessabelle. Mm-hmm. I guess. Our poor hero. She, unfortunately, she is in an accident and she is in a wheelchair through the whole movie.
Right.
Someone actually complained about that also. They said that was their biggest complaint, was that she was stuck in a wheelchair for the whole movie.
You know, that
Okay, that's